Good evening, salespeople. Tonight, we're going to give you a treat. The reason why we're going to give you a treat is I'm going to start to mould you into a sales team that can go out there and absolutely crush it. Now, crush it's a hard word, and some people might think it's a bit offensive. But when you're selling, you're trying to sell as much as possible to the world. One of the things about sales is identifying who your customer is. Customers are known by the stereotype that you put them in, so you can match their needs against your product. And you've got to be careful in looking at who your customer is to manufacture an avatar or a persona of what sort of customer you're actually looking for. You could decide in your business that there might be 5 or 6 different avatars that you're trying to attract. And your marketing effort is going to be trying to tackle one of those avatars, one of those personas that you have built up. So you have your product, and your product has lots of different facets to it. Particularly with the digital type learning experience that we are marketing. People want it to be able to help their own businesses. They want their own businesses to grow. So they can use some of the tools in the digital business lounge to actually develop those sales funnels, which will get customers in. Let's just roll it back a couple of steps. Who are those customers? That is what the avatar or the persona is all about. Identifying who the customer is and what needs that they have got. Particularly with my business, I'm going after the solo entrepreneur. What I mean by the solo entrepreneur is somebody who's working from home. Someone that hasn't got the support of a large business behind them and wants to develop their customer relationship management tools so they can actually go out there and gain customers. So what are those needs of a solo entrepreneur? That solo entrepreneur is wanting information about how to manage customers, how to gain customers, how to retain customers, and how to please them. You can only do that if you know who your customer is. Once again, that's where the persona or that avatar relates to. If you take the solo entrepreneur, they're working from home. They haven't got much time. They haven't got a great deal of money either. But what they're trying to do is succeed. Some of the sales presentations within the 6-figure mentor system that I'm in relate to mindset. Now, mindset for anybody doing any marketing is very important. So the mindset that I'm talking about is being motivated to be able to go out there in a home business every day and go out there and try and tackle that persona to get them in through the door so you can sell them things, widgets, services, or even activities like an education system that I'm doing. So if you have a look at it, those people are under a lot of stress. They need a simple, clear system that they can understand. So what you've got to do when you're marketing is develop simple, clear messages that they can understand, and a system which they can use to gain those customers. Now we're talking about customer relationship management tools. Knowing who your customer is, what their needs are, and what you can sell them. The Digital Business Lounge has got lots of those sort of activities in it. I'll give you an example. I've been working with a firm called AppWeber, and I've designed a number of sales funnels, and up to now 6 or 7 different sorts of marketing activities. And those marketing activities have been identifying different personas of that subgroup of solo entrepreneurs. So what I've done is developed 6 particular avatars of that particular group. And what I've been doing is putting a number of Facebook campaigns out there designed for that particular subset of solo entrepreneur. Some of the techniques I've used is to get onto some of the sites where these solo entrepreneurs hang out, and that has been successful to some extent. I've also put my own marketing effort through doing Facebook promotions. Now Facebook promotions have particular things identified with them. They have a very good insight ability. But when I combined that with AppWeber and tracking email progress and also click-throughs, as well as utilising my own website tools, I can tell who's been looking at what and when. So when I put a Facebook marketing campaign in, I've been able to focus on whether my original assumption around that avatar or that persona is actually working or not. Facebook promotions cost money. So when I'm putting money into a particular campaign, I can measure its success through the number of views. I can tell you the most successful campaign that I'm conducting at the moment is webinars. I've got my first webinar coming up on the 11th of July utilising this tool called Zoom. It's a United States based firm, and I will have up to 50 people on that webinar on the 11th of June. And it's just 1 hour. But so far, the number of people that have clicked through for the site have been up in the hundreds, whereas other campaigns, click-throughs to the site, have been in their 20s. So utilising Facebook insights, I've been able to identify that that particular campaign is a good campaign. So therefore, I should move down that particular road. I've also examined just the video, or the video views. And as alluded to earlier, you can put a video up on Facebook and YouTube and have anything up to 1,500 to 1,600 views. It's known when you do an emailing campaign or a Facebook campaign that you might have to get that viewed 7 or 8 times before someone actually clicks through and adopts that particular thing that you're trying to sell. So what that means is I've got to keep these campaigns up constantly and keep in the public eye to achieve sales. So that's what I mean by digital era. As far as the different Facebook, different domains I've got, some are authority domains and some are landing page domains. And the landing page ones allow things to be funneled through to a particular way. If, for example, someone subscribes to one of my particular newsletters or the webinar, they will receive 6 or 7 other videos over the next 4 or 5 weeks. And that will come through into their email automatically because I've set that up with AppWeber. With the Facebook content that has no office, but is content that interests my particular personas, which are those solo entrepreneurs, I'm using a tool called Buffer. And Buffer I can feed in different websites. I can spend a Sunday afternoon and I can set up 6 different posts on Facebook every day for the next week through just spending an hour on Facebook on a Sunday afternoon through utilising Buffer. And what that does is just feeds all the adverts in. But it has something else. Buffer has analysed my Facebook site to determine when is the best time to put that ad. So therefore, when people get onto Facebook, my ad is seen at the right time. And remembering on my Facebook sites, I've not only got ads, but I've got information, content, and offers, and free stuff. And then every so often, I've got something for sale that they need to subscribe to. Why did I describe that? It's because in a digital marketing environment, you need to have something for nothing. You need to give people a sense of something. The greatest failing that I see on Facebook marketing sites today is sell, sell, sell. You have to give something for nothing. Now, how do you achieve all this work rate? Well, you've got to change your mindset. You've got to be able to do this from a position of complete calm. Myself, the supplements, the yoga, breathing exercises, and the exercise itself has allowed me to increase my work rate where I'm able to do this and also conduct business as usual. Because none of this is cheap. But at the same time, the tools that we've got for sale with Digital Business Lounge, the tools that we've got for sale with Six Figure Mentor site will allow a person to be able to set up something at a lower cost. The learning that I'm doing is at a higher level. And of course that costs Facebook promotion costs. But it would have cost me money for marketing anyway. I just run a little comparison. I had to do a local newspaper ad for a local business for one of my clients, to support one of my clients. And it cost me $120. Now I got a couple of inches in the newspaper for that. And probably 2,000 people in Greymouth read it, maybe. I can do focused ads on Facebook for $30 over 4 days and be seen by the same number of people. I can change my messages and I can give them content, video content. I can give them slideshows. I can give them voiceovers. I can give them all sorts of content. Content that they can use. Now, in using the comparison with a newspaper ad, I can give those people value. And that's where the benefit of Facebook comes from. You'll also see, as part of my method, that I've been doing newsletters. Now I've been doing 6, 7-page newsletters and using a system called Jumag, which is a PDF that changes information into a magazine format that people click on. It just folds over with the entries. So what I've done is taken all the Facebook stuff for the month and then reused it into the newsletter by taking that information, putting it into the newsletter, and then producing it into a very professional format in the magazine. But it's an e-zine. So when people click through on that e-zine with the hyperlinks, they can get video content. Combined with my Elevate questionnaire, my Elevate newsletter that I do for my accounting practice, it means that the marketing effort is significantly increased. So you too, as sales staff, can do all of those things. You need to plan. You need to look at your avatars and the personas of the market that you're trying to attract. and look at what messages you need to send out to that market to crush it. I'll leave you with this. Yep. I held this glass of water like this for 2 minutes. Would it hurt? Would it?
No.
No. If I held it like this for an hour, it might start to hurt a bit. But if I held this glass for a whole day, I'd be really sick, wouldn't I? It would be so sore. Well, courage is a bit like that. Fears are a bit like that too. You too can go out there and do these things. You've only got fear holding you back. If you have fear for a couple of seconds, it doesn't affect you. If you have fear for an hour, it really starts to get to you. If you carry around fear with you for a whole day, you don't get anything done. So it's a bit like that with sales. Go out there, make a plan, put it into action and do it. Don't procrastinate, don't have any fears, have the courage to be able to get rid of the water in this particular case and go out there and crush it. Thanks, go out there and do it.